I have been spoiled rotten on these Nubians.
We'll do a better job next year of getting everything that we need. I have been charged with protecting the scoop with my life. But I have a friend. The good thing is it's not muddy at all. Not in the least.
Not you either. I don't think
We just had to go pick up about, I think, 20 more bales of hay. This time we got alfalfa, not necessarily because we needed or wanted alfalfa, but we haven't quite figured out how to calculate how much hay we need for a season yet. And so now we're in March and having to buy a few bales here and there. Thankfully, we're able to get it really close by, and we're only, what, a couple more weeks of feeding hay, like heavy hay, because spring is almost here.
the issue too with buying hay for goats is goats are picky and wasteful.
A lot of people think goats will eat anything. No.
No. So if it is too twiggy or stiggy or too hard, it's not palatable to them and they won't eat it and they'll throw it on the ground. So it is not just our calculations that are the problem.
It's finding what you need. Anyway.
Sometimes it's hard with the amount of hay we need to find hay because everyone wants to sell it to those big places that are going to buy all their stock. So finding 2 or 3 bales from one person, sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's not. Sometimes we've had to travel before for it. So I have been spoiled rotten on these Nubians, or at least this one, because she is a great milker in general because I don't have to head catch her or anything. She'll stand here with the food, but I can actually get purchase here. And that sound, you probably can't hear it over the squalling, but there's just nothing better than hearing that sound hit your milk. My Nigerians, I milk into a short bucket and then dump into this one. I milk her last so I can milk her just straight into this pail because it's so much taller and she's so much taller. My Nigerians I can't do that with. And she's also still holding up quite a bit of milk for her babies, which I would expect her to. So she is about done. Oh yes, let's go get the babies. Yes, let's get the babies. I know. Are we ready? Be free, the little beastlies! Come here, quick. This one on this side is not her baby. This is her baby. This baby was stealing milk. And she knows it too. Your mama's over here. There's your mama. So I've caught her stealing milk off of just about everyone but Belle. And I think she can't steal it off of Belle because Belle's teats are too big for her little mouth. And the mamas are more interested in alfalfa.
Turning these babies loose though, it's like sharks when there's blood in the water. Just a lot of movement.
Yes, Mr. Sir, I'm aware. Mr. Sir, as we've been calling him, is doing good. Although his mother hollers for me like I'm a wet nurse. Do we want to tell everyone Belle's baby's name that's staying? Because I don't think anyone knows yet. Come here, Miss Ears. Come here. Ooh, gotcha. So this is Belle's mini Nubian daughter. Hi, sweetheart. Yes. So she is staying here, and we finally have her name. We're calling her Maybelle. Leave her ears alone. Say, I sweet. She is so precious. Minis.
So one summer when I was in college, I worked at a marina in the houseboat department, and part of my job was to teach people about houseboats and how to drive them and do all this stuff. I had to bring them in and out of the marina whenever they were getting back from, doing whatever it is people on houseboats do. I've docked 84-foot boats in a crosswind that are easier to back up than that little trailer. It's just a nightmare. No fun at all. It was 20 bales, well, 19 with the one that we already put in there, which is about enough for 19 or 20 days. That's not a lot, but it is late in the year. Everybody's running out of hay. We'll do a better job next year of getting everything that we need. It's just a work in progress. If you're doing this and if you're just starting out, or if you're like us and you've been doing it for a few minutes and still haven't figured it out yet, don't sweat it. Just keep, roll with the flow, go with the punches. You'll get it figured out. But anyway, with today, I guess we just finished up the first full week of March. The grass is getting really green. We've had some good weather. Hopefully we can avoid having any kind of cold setbacks or anything. But it's not going to be much longer that we're going to be feeding hay on a heavy rotation. So we're going to keep looking, probably get just a few more bales really to get us through the real spring green up. But spring's, it's almost here. And I really thought today would have been a fun day to get my old farm truck out and go on a little hay adventure. But it's been raining, it's muddy, and that thing's a two-wheel drive machine, and it does not at all like wet grass, much less soggy fields. So we weren't doing that. 4x4 it is. If this is your first time with us here on the channel, we are raising meat chickens for the second time here on our farm, and we put out a couple videos already on the first week and the second week. We're doing a video each week on raising meat chickens. If you've never done that before, hopefully just making it feel a little more accessible than it would otherwise, because it can be kind of like a daunting task. With you get them and you have to order them and they come in, and then what, and the water and the feed and all these different things that happen. And with Cornish cross chickens, they grow so fast, things change like in an instant. So if you've never done that before, if you want to check out those videos, I'll put a link to the playlist at the end of this one. But it is fun, and we like raising our meat here on our farm, or at least as much of it as we can. We've done beef steers in the past, we've done meat chickens, of course we raise eggs, and who knows what's going to happen with some of these little boy goats we talked about maybe turning them into, because you can't keep them all. We'll see. I don't know. That's Virgil, our livestock guardian dog. He's half Pyrenees, half Anatolian Shepherd. If I could make one recommendation to you, if you're interested in buying a livestock guardian dog, make sure your fences are in good enough shape to keep them. So even, you know, Virgil pretty much just stays here in the backyard. He doesn't really get out with the goats much, because if he did, he'd be gone. He'd be all over the county. Even just having him here on the property keeps most of the stuff at bay. And then we got neighbors too who have similar dogs, and they all do a very good job of keeping the pests and the coyotes mostly at bay. Haven't really had any trouble. So it is good, but just make sure your fences are good enough. It's kind of funny, you go inside to eat some lunch and take a break, and then when you come back out, it's been raining, and I guess a cold front's moved in because it's got a little bit chilly, a little more chilly than it was earlier. But I'm taking advantage of the daylight, because you're watching this a little later, but the time changes tomorrow. So come tomorrow, we're going to have a whole lot more time in the end of the day, I guess an extra hour at the end of each day to get stuff done, which is always nice. Why in the world do we do daylight savings time? It's ridiculous. And you know, people want to tell you it's for the farmers. It's not for the farmers. I'm pretty sure it started off as basically something to do with factory work or something. I don't know, but it just goes to show you how messed up everything is complete support on all sides of the equation. Eliminate daylight savings time. It'd be a great thing. And the people who could make that kind of decision in our country won't. Of all the things. Oh well. Did this a little too much. Oh well. I'll water the grass. Grass isn't gonna mind. And speaking of things that I just absolutely cannot stand, that beautiful tree that you see, it's in bloom right there, is a Bradford pear tree. Now, Bradford pears were originally, we were told that they don't reproduce on their own and they're just beautiful little trees that bloom in the yard. No, nobody planted a Bradford pear there. They spread, and you see them on the sides of interstates. They are a nuisance, and I can't stand them. So that one's probably going to be coming down real soon. Not going to do that today because I've got other stuff that I've got to get done. Yeah. Coming up real soon, we're going to be building a couple more chicken tractors for our meat chickens. That's going to have to happen in the next week or two because otherwise I'm going to miss my window to get that done. So if you want to see that, thank you, Mr. Rooster. If you want to see that, be sure to subscribe. If you're enjoying everything else that we're doing here on our little homestead, we appreciate you subscribing and liking and sharing and doing all that fun stuff. I have a link to the meat chicken playlist right here if you want to watch another one of our videos that the algorithm thinks you're going to like. That one's probably going to be the best one for you. My name's Reagan. This is the GWP Homestead. See y'all soon.